Hello and welcome to Ventura, California. Right now, we are here for the new Honda SCL500, and this is a motorcycle that we have actually been pretty excited about because I would reckon that this is going to be the perfect first bike for a lot of people out there that are looking to get into motorcycling, and I'll tell you why. For one, this is based on the now pretty proven Rebel 500 platform, so it shares a lot of similarities with the Rebel 500, including its 471cc parallel twin engine rated at 47 horsepower. So it's not an incredibly powerful bike, of course, but it's plenty for you to use on the highway, really on any kinds of roads that you might want to go on, but it's also very approachable. And two, part of it being approachable is the fact that this weighs in at around 419 pounds. So it's a pretty lightweight bike, and even though it has this more upright Scrambler styling than the Rebel does, it's still very easy to get your leg over. This is not an incredibly tall motorcycle. It's one that you can easily straddle even if you're not that tall. I'm about 5'10", and I have no problem whatsoever getting on it. And Honda does call this a Scrambler. It's a little bit more of that upright Scrambler style. It has sort of a Scrambler style seat. Of course, it's got a pipe that comes up along the side of the bike. So that all does give it a little bit more of that Scrambler feel. And the nice thing about Scramblers is that they are very upright motorcycles, which means that they're comfortable to be on for a long stretch of time. I mean, of course, it's not super aggressive, especially in its tires. These Dunlop Trail Max tires right here, they're not super aggressive. They've got bigger tread blocks than your average street bike, but yeah, nothing too aggressive. You could go more aggressive if you wanted to in the aftermarket. And we'll talk actually in a second here about aftermarket support. But you do have about 5.3 inches of travel in the front, 5.7 in the rear. It's not a crazy amount, but pretty decent. And why don't I go ahead and show you something that's pretty cool. We'll take a stroll through this little site that we're camping out in for this trip and show you one of the bikes that they have here that is super modified, and it kind of shows you the potential for this bike, what you can do with it in the aftermarket. And this is something I really appreciate that Honda does, is they fully support people customizing their motorcycles. There are some manufacturers out there that don't really like seeing people go and change the things that they've engineered, but Honda knows that people are going to do that one way or another. So here you can see this bike has much more aggressive tires on it. It's got some racks here, including this really cool rack holding a skateboard along the side. I mean, it's got different pegs, it's got skid plates, all kinds of covers. It's got aftermarket lights. And you can see this pretty cool fender setup here. The wheels are bronze. It's got pro taper bars. It's got bark busters, different seat. I really like these additional pads here on the side of the tank. And then you've even got some bags added to the bike, like this, holding a bottle alongside, as well as these Vance and Hines pipes. All really, really cool stuff. Yeah, also Brembo brakes, front and rear. So a pretty sweet build out on one of these bikes. And again, I mean, that's something that's also good if you're getting into motorcycling. You might want to personalize your bike. You might want to make it something cool and custom like this. And there is going to be at least some amount of support from the look of it for you being able to go down that road. This is a more mild, more functional build, a little less aesthetic, but still kind of shows you some of the things that you can do with these bikes. So we'll have a video coming on this Rebel based SCL500 called the CL500 in other markets, coming very soon, where we get it out, ride it on some of these really incredible California roads here around Ventura. And this is a bike to keep an eye out for, not just in the video that we have coming up that I wanted to give you guys a little sneak preview of, but a bike to look out for at some local dealers, because MSRP $6,800 on these bikes, and it comes in orange or the green that we looked at back there from the factory. So these will be a really good option for someone that wants to get into motorcycling, or even someone that's been riding for a while, but maybe they want something a little bit lighter that they can toss around. Maybe they want something that's going to be a little bit better on fuel and cheap to buy. This will definitely be that. So let me know what you all think in the comments below. And again, keep your eyes peeled for the full ride review coming very soon. I'll see you in the next video.